Hi, I am Berkin. Today I will present my engineering project. My advisor in this project is Peri GÜNEŞ. First of all, I will give some general informations. To write my thesis and design my project, I searched around lots of articles and I made some citations from 25-30 of them. I defined a concept to myself that find the most beneficial knowledge. As you know, data is becoming more important in these days, and data analysis is usually done by companies. We can say that it does it in order to serve the customer better and increase their own productivity. However, there are situations such as not being able to process and analyze the data correctly. There are shortcomings in this regard. For example, while pre-processing the data, a solution is often used for a problem, but the solution is not always the most effective. In some analysis, we can see that the data is not even pre-processed. Then in the analysis part, the results they will obtain when they limit themselves to certain algorithms, which we attach to importance to the accuracy in order to express this correctness rate. Considering those problems and needs, I designed the project as a solution. It will be AI-based statistical data analysis program, and this program aims to process data in various ways and analyze it with the most accurate result. It contains user and data operations, lots of processing methods, and analyzing the data with artificial intelligence algorithms. As the goals, both processing and analyzing parts will have variety of algorithms. In example, when we consider there is a missing value problem in the project, there will be 3 for solving algorithm for this problem, and program will apply then select the algorithm with the best accuracy. It will also save the time if we think like that. Data wants to analyze by some AI algorithms, but these algorithms in different programs, it takes much more time. In my project, program will collect and use all possible AI algorithm, then will give the report of results to the user. That was one of the benefits that the project wants to bring. Also, while the program pre-processing data with the best accuracies, the pre-processed data set might be published to another users to use in the same area. First, I will use MySQL to keep usernames and data sets. Then I will use Java and Python programming language. For Java programming language, I use Eclipse. Then for Python programming language, I will use Anaconda Navigator, and it's one of those that Jupyter Notebook. Application of the project. First, there is a user login register part. If user if it has an account, it will log in. Then if it hasn't an account, it will register to the system. Then it will have a chance to log in again. And then database operations part. Database operation part include creating a new data set by the user and showing the existing data sets to the user. And then with a selected data set, a pre-processing part will be done. Then with that pre-process part, AI analyzing with AI algorithms will be done. Then all of results will be reporting to the user. If you look at the user's point of view, users will have data labels in database. They will be able to do some operations about dataset, and they get a detailed report for analyzing the data. Big data leads to smarter business moves, more efficient operations, higher profits, and happier customers. And the data type in the project will be numerical, and datasets will be kept in the MySQL database program. In the database operations, a user first login or registration, they can use both of them, and a user can show an existing dataset from its private label, dataset label, and user can create a dataset. And data pre-processing, it is maybe the most important part from the data analysis. It's the process to turn raw data into meaningful data, and it has 4 steps. First one is data cleaning. In this part, program will detect the inaccurate records, incorrect or missing values, then will solve that problems with the methods. Then data integration part is coming. This part, program combines various data types and formats into a single file. Third step is data transformation. My program will reconstruct the raw data to make it more meaningful. And then the last part of the steps is data reduction. Program reduces the data size, but at the same time it keeps the information loss minimum. Perhaps the most important problem of preprocessing the data is to increase the workability of the data, because we often encounter the following problems. Missing values means that there is no data. It might suffer from incomplete transfer, data entry errors, or accidental deletion of data. Noise data means that this data unexplainable, has no meaning. Abbreviations or spelling errors may be the reasons of noise data. And another problem is irrelevant data. If it's not needed by the user, it can categorized as irrelevant, and when we train the model, sometimes data size may be a problem. If it's too small or too large, analyzing these data sets may give wrong and worse accuracies. There are lots of problem-solving methods. They will be categorized according to their solving problem type, but I will go one by one now. S mode solves the imbalancing dataset problem with stabilizing the cluster by evaluating the nearest neighboring Euclidean distance, and PC reduces the dimensionality of datasets and minimizes the information loss. And EM is a technique for missing values problem. It has two steps. First one is finding the expected, and second one is maximizing. AMI is another missing value solving technique. It aims to allow uncertainty about missing data. As you can see that there is another missing value solving technique. KNN inputter inputs the missing value with using the mean value of key nearest neighbors. Regression imputation aims to fit a statistical model on a variable with missing values. Predictions of this regression model are used. And artificial intelligence part. Artificial intelligence in deep learning is a subset of machine learning, and machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. With artificial intelligence, a technique can mimic the human behaviors. Then artificial intelligence on the data analysis, it makes better informed decisions, and it automates report generation. And we can see artificial intelligence in preprocessing. For example, CNN and KNN are using for some preprocessing methods. Then there are the algorithms that I will use in the program. For example, nearest neighbor finds the evaluation of the nearest neighbor with Euclidean distance. And then, for example, random forest, it's the decision tree. And EDA analysis helps to understand with some helps to understand the data with some statistical graphs, statistical charts information. We can use EDA analysis in raw and processed dataset both. And in my program, I will use histograms, box piles, and multivariate charts. Then results. The user will be able to access their data at any time and create new records. The data will be made most meaningful by preprocessing, and the best results will be obtained with artificial intelligence algorithm analysis, and these results will also be delivered to the user as a report. And I have two suggestions to my program. I want to use face detection, but I'm not sure about it. Where can I put the face detection from another point of view? And I will try to keep reported results in a database. Those were the suggestions for my project. And thank you for attention.